Welcome back, everybody, to High Flyer Radio number 37. And, yep, that is exactly who you think you're looking at.
Damn, look how dirty this shit is, bro.
Oh, my God.
Bro.
Yep.
That's. I guess someone. I guess we need a cleaner in here.
Guess we need a jobber in here. All
Yeah,
right.
boy.
And, yes, it's an Urge County here. And I'm being joined by, of course, my other outsider, Aiden Angels. Look at him, man. What's going on? I like the
Nah, man.
costume.
It's Aiden Omega today. Before
Aiden
before
Omega.
the before the botch at Revolution. Uh, so basically, my entire costume that I had planned out, none of it got here on time. It's all going to be late. So
Mm-hmm.
fuck it. Uh, Went to Walmart today. Bought this AEW toy belt. I won this shirt in that bet against what's his name again?
David?
Forget. Yeah. Shout out to David for this shirt because I won it in the bet that we had where I said Brian Danielson would show up in AEW by the end of September. He said he wouldn't even be in AEW, but here we are now. I got my exploding barbed wire death match. I didn't have any knee pads, so I just took some bandanas and tied them around my knees and fuck it.
You're
Grabbed
going
my
for your
broom out of the
Kenny Omega.
closet and here we are.
Mhm.
Aiden Omega today.
Ain't no mega. Yep.
The
Hope
greatest wrestler
everyone's
of all
having
time.
a great Halloween. We're here to definitely wreak some havoc as we get to talk about the world of professional wrestling. And yeah, man, I hope everyone's having a good day. It's a little bit late today, but Aiden had a day off, and I went to go see a movie, and I just came back right now. Literally just came back right now. While Aiden goes through like most of the WWE stuff, I'm definitely going to be eating what's left of this. And but
Yeah, bro. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah, cause at least I got the chance to watch Dynamite and Rampage this week, as usually how it is. I get to watch AEW. I watch clips of WWE. Um,
Yeah,
so
that's the way it goes, man.
yep, that's just the way it is. Yep. So
That's just how that should go.
how you been doing today, bro?
Man, I'm good. Last night, I went. Well, today I had to sleep in. That's the reason why the show started late today because last night I was out until like 2 a.m. Um, driving back home from Houston because I went to go check out the post that you can see on my desk here. Went to the New Texas Pro Hocus Pocus event. I'm really trying to get a lot more into like indie wrestling just because my timeline is just all of a sudden just become wrestling Twitter, which I'm cool with. I love wrestling, and I think 2021 is probably going to go down in the history books as one of the greatest years of all time for wrestling. Like it's wrestling this year is just incredible. Everything's popping off. But I really wanted to go check out this event, and I was not disappointed, dude. Like that was so much fun last night. I sent you some of the videos. The main event was like a 5-minute elimination match for the New Texas Pro Championship, and it was no disqualifications, and it was just nuts. Tables broke, candy corn, nuts and bolts, meat skewers, chair shots, like everything. It was crazy. I had a great time. Got to see Roxy, the Ring of Honor Women's Champion, which is probably the biggest topic of this week, and we'll get to that. Got
Oh
to
yeah.
see her live in action. That was incredible. That was one of the highlights of the night for me. But
Mm-hmm.
overall, it was such a fun event. I'm glad I got to go check that out. I highly recommend. If anyone's watching the show and you're not checking out the New Texas Pro product, I've been keeping my eyes on it a little bit over the past couple of months. But last
Yeah.
night definitely solidified it for me as being something that it's can't miss. I had so much fun last night, dude. Um,
Yeah.
I'd
We
put
have
New
a
Texas Pro on that AEW level now. Like I'm not disappointed with anything I'm seeing from them.
we have a local promotion down here called Wrestling Revolution. And it's pretty
Yeah,
cool. It's
I
it's
think
it's pretty
some of
cool.
the
So
same people. I think some of the same people like go back and forth.
yeah,
Since it's the Indies, everyone just gets work everywhere. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. I always never I never what's it called try to like over what's it called shadow the fact that the NWA headquarters is here in my town, like literally here.
Yeah,
It's wild. We did for
I
like
think
someone
you and
came
I
here
could
like
probably buy the NWA headquarters, bro.
yeah I probably well either way what's it called I'm glad you had some fun, man. hoping to join you on
Yep.
those sooner or later, man. Once I'm able to get my moving situation down and what's it called, able to finally have some money that I can spend for myself that's not being
Yeah, man,
saved
for sure.
for moving. But yeah, man. It's just been quite a day over here. You just went to go see it last night in Soho, and then we're doing this, and then we're gonna do like live show. Like I'm pretty sure this is gonna end like 30 minutes at before live show. So
Yeah, it's
that's gonna
gonna
be
give me
fun.
just enough of a break to go get some Halloween candy because
Yeah,
fuck it. This whole weekend is a cheat weekend. I haven't had a day off in a week. So I
yeah.
enjoyed yesterday and today was my recreation day. I also went to that store, dude. There's a shop down here in San Antonio called the Vaulty. It's a really great community place. It's the environment there is great. People don't judge you. You know what I mean? They're always offering deals for people who want to dress cool and get cool clothes. You know what I mean? And make it
Hmm.
affordable. They're always doing like these
You got
like
the fill the bag
$5.
thing.
Yeah, the fill the bag thing. So like today you could bring in any bag that you wanted and like fill it up with as many t-shirts as you could put in there for $10, which is a great deal.
Nice,
So got a whole bunch of cool
nice.
stuff from that too. So if you're in San Antonio,
Fuck yeah,
check that out.
fuck
I
yeah.
found a
Uh,
Roman Reigns shirt in there, like one of the classic Roman Reigns shirts. It was
oh
way too
shit.
big for me. It was like a 3XL, so I was like, I can't fit this,
Oh
but
god
it
damn,
was
bro.
pretty
Not
cool.
even like yeah. That
Yeah, I
ends
was
up
like,
being
I
like
was
a
like,
whole.
I was like, I can't get. I was gonna ask if anyone wanted it, but I was like, not even my boys are gonna wear it. It's gonna be too big for everyone. I was like, I
You'll
can't
be
even
too
share
big,
it.
dude. And I'm a
Yeah,
large, bro. Almost like going into
yeah,
extra large, maybe. But like, yo,
yeah.
yeah.
I
But
couldn't do it.
at least I'm wearing this today.
Oh yeah, that Grand Slam Club.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
trying to I'm
Always.
trying to bust out a new wrestling shirt every week. Now I think that's my new goal, but it's hard because that AEW shipping takes forever, dude. I just got my Kenny Omega and Hangman shirt, the tag team shirt. I ordered it like a month ago.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go straight off into what we need to talk about, like the big elephant in the room, which is our main topic,
Yeah,
and then from there we'll go ahead and do our recaps because, well, I don't want to say this came out of left field because what's it called? It didn't because like what's it called? There's been rumblings about Ring of Honor for a while now that they've been
yeah,
like pretty bad with business. It just I didn't think that this was the step that they were gonna end up having to take. So for those of
right.
y'all who are fans of Ring of Honor wrestling, Ring of Honor, has been the premier destination for the indies, bro. I mean, this is you know it's where the indies have they've made like a bunch of people that we know now, man. No CM
Yeah,
Punk, Brian Danielson, the Bucks, fucking Briscoes, and
Adam
just
Cole,
Adam Cole,
baby.
baby. Yeah, exactly. And
Pretty much everyone that you like on AEW has been through Ring of Honor.
yep,
That's pretty much it. And a lot of the
Samoa
people that you like on
Joe.
WWE have been through Ring of Honor.
Yep, fucking Samoa Joe, bro, and all that.
Samoa
Yeah,
Joe.
everybody's been through Ring of Honor, bro. And
Yep.
for a while, Ring of Honor was seen as like one of the top of the top, bro. And then then PWG came around, and then all that stuff kind of came around.
GCW, like
Yep,
it's a big indie boom now. Everyone's got a promotion, man.
yeah. So, um, without further ado, I mean, what's it called? It looks like they pretty much released everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you want me to read off the statement that Ring of Honor put out? I've got
yeah,
it
because
right in
I'm
front of me.
trying to find it, bro, but I can't find it.
No, I got it right here, man. So
All
Ring
right,
of
all right.
Honor put this out through a tweet. They just put this screen grab of this statement that they made, and it says, "Throughout the pandemic, our top priority was to keep everyone healthy and safe. And despite not producing at any live events over 18 months, we were able to keep everyone fully contracted. We now find ourselves at a time where we need to make changes to our business operations and are planning a pivot for Ring of Honor with a new mission and strategy. The year will culminate with final battle in December, which is the last pay-per-view, and we'll be taking the first quarter of 2022 to work internally to reimagine Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor has the most dedicated fans in the industry, and we appreciate their loyalty and patience as we reconceptualize Ring of Honor. We anticipate returning to live events in April for the Supercard of Honor with a new fan-focused product and provide unique experience for wrestling fans." So Ring of Honor, they put the statement out. They're going to finish up their dates that they have all the way through Final Battle in December. They'll finish out that pay-per-view. They say that they're going to be taking a break for the first quarter of 2022. The plans right now are to come back in Dallas the same weekend of WrestleMania to try to capitalize on the fact that everyone's going to be in town for that. The thing that this statement didn't say that Dave Meltzer's reported on and a lot of other trusted sources in the industry have reported on since then is the fact that everyone who is contracted with Ring of Honor, everyone who's signed through the end of the year is going to get paid is going to get paid on all those deals. Everyone's contracts are going to be honored. But come 2022, even if you were contracted, you have been released, essentially. Everyone is free to go work at any promotion that they want to right now. But yeah, that's the state of it. And this sucks, dude. And I'll speak on it just a little bit and segue over to you since you're taking your bites. I got you, bro.
No, I got it. I was able to take some bites.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this sucks, dude. There's a lot of people, I mentioned Roxy, who are going to find success. There's no doubt in my mind Roxy's going to AEW, you know what I mean? You've got a lot of Gresham, he's going to AEW. Gresham versus Bryan Danielson is a must. Bandito's already getting work. He's already doing GCW shows in January and in December, I think. There's a lot of people who are going to go on and they're going to be able to succeed, but there's a lot of people in that mid card that this is it for them, dude. There's a lot of these people that probably just aren't even going to wrestle again, dude. And that fucking sucks, dude. It sucks. Like this has been like the premier destination, like you said, for a lot of indie talent. Like Gresham, dude, he's one of those people who his whole career has been built trying to get to Ring of Honor, to be the guy to bring Ring of Honor back, because Ring of Honor did what they could in the pandemic, and I salute them for that, for keeping everyone under contract and making sure everyone got paid through the pandemic and having the right procedures. People who had COVID were not allowed to come to work. People who didn't have the COVID were able to come in. They were able to tape what they needed to tape, and they were able to maintain. But not coming back with live fans, I think it's bit them in the butt. I get the safety issues and everything, but whenever you do things the way I know that a lot of venues do, where you check those vaccination cards before everyone comes in, it really helps a lot. Like wearing your mask at these shows. Last night, if you go watch those New Texas Pro tapes, you'll see me sitting right there in the front row. Pretty bright dude, you can't miss me. Sitting there the whole time with a mask on, man. You know, you can cheer and you can boo right through the mask, man. Just it makes me feel safe. The precautions are being taken to make sure that going to these shows is safe. And I just think that bit them in the butt, on top of there's several other financial decisions that Ring of Honor's made that just have not done them any favors, man.
Yeah, so I feel like there's going to be a bit of a restructuring coming to this promotion. I think that it sucks more than anything, and like Kylie even said, can't believe it happened. Like it's hard for me to say that I couldn't believe it either, because I saw this coming. Like we had heard the rumblings a long while ago. I think it was like during like the first 15 or 20 episodes of this show. I think Jabril and I talked a little bit about what was going down in Ring of Honor. And it sucks mostly because like you know that there's some people, right? Like you said, there's some people in that locker room who are like 100%. These are definite like grabs from AEW, GCW, Impact. But then you have those who are like were a little rough around the edges, or like who aren't seen as like potential big stars that some promotions just aren't gonna pick up, because they already would have their hands full with like paying other stars.
Right.
I really hope those dogs aren't coming up in the back, bro. God damn.
No, man, you're good.
Yeah, because I'm hearing them like full blast right now. But it sucks so much, man. But I've been there to see Ring of Honor, when they had the TV deal with Destination America, and I've been like I remember, like I said, bro. Let's go. I remember seeing them on my local TV. That's when I first saw Adam Page. And it was like when he was in a feud with him and Cedric Alexander.
And it was like must-watch TV back then, dude. Like Ring of Honor, like there was a time where it was WWE and it was Ring of Honor, and it was like you're either a WWE guy or you watching Ring of Honor, and because of guys like Kenny Omega, and Hangman Adam Page and Adam Cole and Cedric Alexander, Samoa
Yeah.
Joes, you know what? Like all these people who've like left this like who have changed the industry at this point, you know what I mean? Are all people who've gone through Ring of Honor, and they're basically like they've defined the style of wrestling that you see on AEW that you find a lot of people liking. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like that all comes from Ring of Honor.
Yep.
Um,
I mean,
I honestly I blame this on Sinclair. Sinclair has the ability to be able to get Ring of Honor on the air on TV where people can watch it. They've got enough money. Sinclair's got the same amount of money that they could have put into this as TNT puts into AEW. You know what I mean? So to me, there's really no excuse for what's happening here. Sinclair just doesn't care. And it's unfortunate. The real thing, and the problem is like people aren't watching Ring of Honor. I'll be honest, I'm not watching Ring of Honor anymore because there's no urgency to Ring of Honor. You know what I mean? Like I don't ever feel like I'm missing anything when I don't watch Ring of Honor. I feel like I'm missing everything whenever I miss an episode of Dynamite. You know what I mean? Like there's no urgency to the product, dude. And I think that's the biggest problem.
and what's been getting me really is seeing all the fucking dumbasses online who are like, this is AEW's doing, like this is what happens, like they're eating up
Yeah.
these small territories. No, the problem was there already with Ring of Honor and their management. Yeah. Like this is nobody else's fault. Like this was 100%. It's on the top people who work in that business part. Obviously, what they've been doing hasn't been working, and their plan for how business should be run doesn't fucking work with them.
Yeah.
And it sucks that this is what had to happen, but this was a long time coming for them, a real long time coming for them. And what the thing is, you talk about that urgency, but also there's nobody right now that people have been telling me like you have to watch this guy or this
Yeah.
girl.
There's really
And if there is,
they're not
they're
making
on
stars.
Japan. They're in Japan or they're in GCW or stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
nobody in Ring of Honor has had that like stardom status that people were like, you need to keep an eye out for them, like Samoa Joe, like CM Punk, like AJ Styles, Adam Cole, Adam Page,
Even Cody Rhodes, we'll
Cody
get to Cody
Rhodes,
Rhodes later,
Matt
but like
Hardy.
even Cody Rhodes, you know what I mean?
So many people
Everything
were
that they
talking
did on the
about, yeah.
indies.
When
Yeah.
Matt was having his run in Ring of Honor, so many people were talking about what Matt was doing on Ring of Honor. That was, I'm talking about that. Nobody right now seems to be talking about like, oh, this is the one you need to keep an eye out on
Yeah.
Ring of Honor.
I can think of a couple, but it's just like, but no one's watching the product. So there's not loud enough of like a clamoring of people to be like, oh, you gotta see this guy. You know
And
what
that's also a thing that Kylie brings up. They were really relying on NJPW.
I mean? Yeah.
So when the pandemic hits, and right now things are really tough in Japan, they
Yep.
don't have the people that like really helps them a lot.
Don't get me started on New Japan right now, dog.
Yeah.
I don't even want to go there with New Japan right now, man.
Yeah.
The product of New Japan, ice cold.
Yeah. And a lot of it is because of where we're situated right now. And that's why a lot of the big guys who have been are able to afford to come and wrestle over here are able to do it over here because it's better for them. And,
Yeah.
and what's it called? And NJPW gets left with like a bunch of people who like aren't ready to carry the product yet.
Yeah, it's not good. And Stacy brought up, there's a bidding war that's being done, private one on all the Ring of Honor library.
Oh,
which the rumblings of the AEW streaming service coming out, now that they have 2 years of product underneath their belt that they can put there, and they can put all their dark matches.
Yeah.
They can start making more in-house products like documentaries.
Yep.
If they can get that all in footage,
Damn, bro.
just really the catalyst for Ring of Honor. And if they can get all that previous Ring of Honor stuff to be like, hey, you like all these AEW guys? Guess what? They have all been through Ring of Honor. Go watch where Adam Cole, came up, and go watch where the Elite were doing some of the most like interesting stuff in wrestling. Go watch what Matt Hardy was doing out there. That was all this weird stuff. And like you can go watch like the beginning to like all these gimmicks and like all these storylines that you see every week on AEW. So I think AEW is probably going to be the ones to pick it up, especially because WWE has had the chance to pick it up, and they haven't. And I think now that they're on Peacock, it doesn't really. I don't think they care. Anyways, they got their money. They don't.
AEW Network only $9.99, $9.98. But yeah,
I'll
man.
pay $10 a month versus paying the
Fucking
$81 that I
60.
pay right now
Yeah.
for Hulu Live.
Yeah.
Sign me
Sign
up.
me
Come
the
on,
fuck
Tony.
up.
But Tony Schiavone did say that he thinks there will be an AEW streaming service by the end of 2022. So it's coming,
Hoping.
man. It's coming, man.
Hoping. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get into our recaps here.
Yeah,
Let's
I've
talk
got
about the
a
week. Oh, is there anything else
Raw.
that you wanted
Raw.
to
No
bring
one
up?
watched Raw. I don't give a shit about Monday Night Raw.
Is there anything else that you wanted to bring up, by the way?
Yeah, it would not for Ring of Honor. Nah,
Oh,
I think
no,
we
I mean
said
like news in general.
news in general. If we want to kind of transition into that WWE area, Wyndham Rotunda, his contract is now officially done with WWE as of
Those 90
yesterday.
days are over.
90 days are over. You know, he's getting a little more chatty on Twitter, talking about the cult of Wyndham is coming. He's hanging out on Hollywood movie studio sets. There's a lot of Hollywood studios that really want to work with Bray or Wyndham. Because why wouldn't you? The dude's mind is, despite the fact that he's a white man with dreadlocks, the dude's mind is incredible. Like, he's so creative. I think everything that he does, like, if he's given a budget and he's just given that creative freedom within reason, you know, it's gold, man. Some of the scrapped ideas that they had for the Fiend that have come out in the past couple weeks, I'm really upset that we didn't get to see any of this stuff.
That whole picture that we saw of what was supposed to be one of the Firefly Funhouse characters,
Yeah, that
straight
was
up
dope.
looking like a fucking Hollow from Bleach, the
Yeah,
anime.
that was
shit
dope.
was dope, bro. Like, what?
He was supposed they were going to do an angle where Bray was going to do basically what he did with the Fiend with each one of the characters from the Firefly Funhouse. So you had like that weird Donnie Darko looking kind of one with Ramblin' Rabbit, and then Huskus. There was like a really cool hog mask for that. So
Yeah.
Wyatt
What's
to
it called?
debut at AEW's next pay-per-view. I think it's
Calling it.
possible.
I think it's definitely possible. I think I'm no longer saying what's not or is or not isn't possible at this
Yeah.
point. What's the Fiend Wyndham Rotunda doing in the Impact? So,
And that's the
oh,
thing
man.
with that one. You know, shout out to Fightful Select. I'm on their $5 tier now, which I'm thankful I am, because like you get a whole bunch of news from them from that. So shout out to
And
them.
also this week the fucking Halloween costumes from Denise Salcedo.
Oh my god, Denise Salcedo's Halloween costumes this week have been incredible. That's the best thing I've seen on the internet all week.
Little Papa Pump, bro.
Yeah, Little Papa Pump and the Brandon Cutler one. The Brandon Cutler one was great. I hated that Seth Rollins one though. Oh my god, that mask was horrifying.
That mask looked so scary. I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah,
But the Cutler and the and the Papa Pump was just, and then she does that. She was doing the sacrifice promo. The mask promo.
She read the sacrifice promo. That was great, dude. That was
Holla, if you hear me.
great. Big Papa Pump's got your hookup. I love when
All the hoochie mamas come around.
Yeah.
All right, man.
But Bray Wyatt, yeah, I don't think he's gonna be going to Impact, man. From what I've been reading on there, don't know what happened, but apparently the relationship with Bray Wyatt and Impact is just not there anymore. He has no interest in being in Impact, and I don't blame him. Fuck Moose. Yeah. By the way, I wanted to say that. Fuck Moose. Your name is Moose. That's all I gotta say.
Where is Braun at? Like, has Braun debuted it yet anywhere?
Braun. Oh, Strowman.
Yeah.
He was supposed to debut at Bound for Glory, and he didn't. So I don't know what happened.
I feel like Braun ain't going anywhere right now.
I think Braun's going back to WWE, dude. I think they'll both cave into each other. Vince is gonna send Braun a "you up, big head" text.
You up, big head?
And then Braun's gonna come right back just to do more growling and brawning. Yeah, I'm not hot on Braun Strowman.
I don't really care, but apparently I thought he was supposed to, what's it called? He was gonna go to fucking Impact, bro. But
I still think he might, but I don't know if maybe plans have changed. They want to bring him in at like the next pay-per-view or something. I don't know. I think Impact's business right now is they're making choices I don't understand. In the rumors that the AEW Impact relationship is pretty much done. I think it kind of ended on a sour note. I don't care.
Yeah. All right, recap time. Let's go into it, bro. Yeah, because man, NXT really fucking pissed me off this week.
Yeah, that's the main topics or the main topic with NXT this week. The Halloween Havoc title changes. We had Mandy Rose defeating Raquel Gonzalez for the NXT Women's Championship. And then we had Toxic Attraction defeating Io Shirai and Zoe Stark, who were the tag team women's champion. Peraza Perota. I'm sorry, I don't know her name. And Indy Hartwell in a ladder match. I didn't watch that. It's not to say that I thought it was bad or anything like that. I have a really hard time watching NXT 2.0, guys. It's not a good show. It's not for me, and life is too short. Imperium defeats MSK for the NXT Tag Team Championship, which I think is a bummer because I really like MSK. I think they're dope as fuck. And then we had Tommaso Ciampa retaining against Braun Breaker for the WWE NXT Championship, which I honestly didn't see that happening. I didn't see it coming, and I don't think it was the right move. But that's just me. Raul, do you give a shit about NXT 2.0? Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel
No,
about it. Yeah, no.
but what the fuck is up when you have your whole pay-per-view revolving around the idea that all these new stars have gotten the titles and the tides are changing, and the one guy that everybody seems to be behind getting the title, you don't give it to him.
I don't
I
get it. Dude.
cannot believe they gave it to Randy.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Well, I can believe it. Do I want it? Absolutely not. I can't.
So sorry, man.
I
I'm
can't
really
with
sorry.
Mandy Rose right now.
I'm really sorry, y'all. Like, and what's it called? No disrespect to Mandy Rose, the person and the wrestler. I don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
But to have it be taken off just like that from Raquel, who's been putting in so much fucking work, bro. Who Raquel can cut a fucking mean ass promo, bro. She can go at it in the ring. She's got it. I don't know why they had to take it off of her.
Yeah. I don't either. And it's weird too because it's like you had the end of the last NXT takeover, as far as I'm concerned. The end of the match with Dakota Kai, and then what's her name from NXT UK comes out.
Yeah,
She comes out, and then she was supposed to challenge her.
We had never happened.
We had those pre-taped episodes of NXT, and that storyline never went anywhere.
No, because of course they were gonna change it up. So obviously they were gonna bring a new approach. But it's just it's painful for me to watch NXT. It's not good. I don't watch it. I saw the results. I think that it's kind of dumb that they didn't put it on Braun and Braun Breaker, and that's the one that everybody's kind of were like, yeah, like we're ready. Come on, give it to us. Because if you're gonna have the tides change, and we can finally come into this new era of new NXT, and you want these new faces to get the titles, I don't know why you didn't just give it to Braun.
Yeah, if that's the whole point is to build new stars in NXT 2.0, to me, Tommaso Ciampa is someone who's hit his ceiling in NXT. I'm sorry. Tommaso Ciampa has nothing left to offer me in NXT at this point. It's either he moves on to the main roster, because Tommaso Ciampa to me is someone who he can be a tag team champion, he can be a United States champion, he can be your Intercontinental champion, he can be the WWE champion, he can be the WWE Universal champion. Tommaso Ciampa is one of those guys who can do it all, and I think he showed it whenever we had the Survivor Series stuff going on a couple years ago. Yeah. Back whenever they treated NXT with some slight respect, you know what I mean? At least NXT was sitting at the family dinner table at Thanksgiving instead of sitting in the other room at the kids' table. You know what I mean? I can't with this NXT 2.0. I don't understand the booking. I hate a lot of the new characters. They're unlikable as fuck.
Yeah.
And that's not even counting who some of these people actually are in real life, because a lot of these people are pieces of shit. But I can kind of take that out with with just, sorry, bro, it's just what it is, man. There's a lot of MAGA fucks here. But I just don't get it, man. Imperium defeating MSK. I don't understand what we're doing with Imperium right now, especially since Walter apparently is going to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Why isn't Walter and Imperium together? You could have brought them both into SmackDown easily. You could have had a 4-month feud with Imperium as a tag team against the Usos, tying in with the Bloodline storyline with Walter against Roman. You know, like that stretches 3 or 4 pay-per-views easy. I don't get it, man.
Do you think if they book Walter right, do you think that that's the one who you think could bring it to Roman? Because he could easily be like, you fought
Yeah.
you fought a beast and all that. You fought everybody else, but you've never faced a stiffer guy like me. Like as well, and I think that a Walter and Roman match, if it's done correctly, bro, holy shit,
Awesome.
that would be good. That would be really, really good.
Walter to me is one of the greatest wrestlers of today. He is everything. His look, his promo
You
ability,
do not want to fuck with that guy, man.
his
Motherfucker looks
work.
like you don't want to fuck with
Yeah.
him, bro.
He literally kills men. He kills men in the ring, and we support it. You know what I mean? Like, this man is a beast. If it was me and I was booking things, I would have booked Walter to be on Raw, because to me, I think a Walter and Big E feud would be really awesome. Because I don't want him to go straight for Roman yet, because I think Roman still has some gas in his tank on this title run. I think Roman has another 2 years left in this title run, dude. I really do. I think this is going to be one of the most legendary title
As
runs.
long as they can keep it as entertaining as it has been, and they can keep giving them interesting feuds that we want to see, but still keep that idea of like, oh shit, he actually might lose it here. Because there were some times in the Summer of Punk, where I felt like, oh no, you feel like, you know, he's gonna retain it. Like, there was never like this high stake where it was like, yo, he might actually lose it tonight, and it ended up not being the case.
That's the thing, dude. Whenever you have a top heel champion, your top heel champion needs to be building up baby faces. That is what they do. And you know, sorry, that's what the boy on the other side has done. Kenny Omega, say whatever the fuck you will about him. As a heel champion, Kenny Omega has built up tons of stars on AEW. Tons of stars. A lot of those people already had credit to their name, but he's added that credit to their name now. And, you know, in 2 weeks, you know, I'm so happy that I'm going to be able to get to see it with my own eyes. He's going to put over one of the best workers in professional wrestling today, and someone who I think can be on that Stone Cold level of being over. You know, he's going to put over Hangman Adam Page. It's going to be incredible, dude.
Dude, if he doesn't, bro, if Adam Page doesn't fucking win, I'm
going to lose my shit if Adam Page doesn't win. I'm going to be so upset, dude.
Jungle Boy. Hell yeah, especially Jungle Boy. Yeah. But let's move on to SmackDown, aka the Island of Relevancy, and also the kingdom of King Xavier Woods, bro. Because if they're gonna give us one damn good, what's it called, outcome in this company, it's the fact that they listen to us with this one. And we got fucking Xavier Woods, who I just been loving this man, what he's been doing with it and everything. I love that he literally just like fucking King Knighted. Kofi on SmackDown like he was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, he gave him the hand of the king, and it was like the emblem from Game of Thrones, but it was a unicorn instead.
Yeah,
it was great, dude. I'm with you, man. Like, I hate King of the Ring. I think it's stupid. I hate the fact that everyone has to pretend that they're a king at the end of it. That's what I hate. But like, someone like Xavier Woods, where like him and all the New Day, like they're just themselves, and Xavier's been wanting this for so long that it's like he's perfect right now. Like Xavier's the one guy who like is gonna. I think he'll go down as probably the best King of the Ring winner.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I love everything that he's doing. I loved that little video that they had with Hit Row. They were like backstage, and Hit Row walks up, and they're like, "Oh, what's up, guys?" You know, basically like, you know, showing each other love, and then they do the King Woods instead of the Hit Row. I was like, sitting at work, listen to it. I was like, I love everything that they're doing with Xavier. I just don't like that it's against the Usos now.
Yeah,
we're gonna have another fucking New Day Usos feud, man. I can't.
Part of me is like, I'm not gonna really complain because their shit is always great, but like also
always good.
It feels like it feels like WWE always has to rely on, yeah, it's like, oh shit, we don't know what we're gonna do with the tag teams. Fuck it, give us another New Day and Uso, what's it called, feud, because the rivalry is just that damn good to kind of get it always
Yep.
in the back of the pocket.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, like you said, Usos a New Day, they've got great care. It's just, if it's the season premiere of a new SmackDown, now the draft has finally taken effect, and it's like, yeah, we're going back to old rematches again.
Mhm.
I don't get it, man.
Yeah.
I don't get
Brian
it.
Danielson will win the AEW title from Omega. Fuck, I don't know.
I don't think so, man.
But this would, well, I don't know if that would go, but
I
holy
would
shit.
not like that, to be honest with you. I
Because I here's why I don't think that would happen, because of this week's, what's it called, Dynamite. What's it called? I think it
Yeah,
looks like the Dark Order still, what's it called, respects and loves, what's it called, Hangman. So
yeah.
I don't think
They're
that
at
would
the point where they
happen.
don't really need a leader. I think they're
Yeah.
all like they work together now. You know what I mean? That's kind of
If
been their whole
anything,
story arc.
I would pop if he comes out and he like would cost Cody a match, and then what's it called, Malachi, the lights would go off and Malachi shows
Yeah,
up next to Bray, and they both just proceed to beat down on Cody, and the
yeah.
House of Black actually starts to form.
If the House of Black starts to form and you get you get Wyndham Rotunda and you get Brody King, who's now been released from Ring of Honor, and you get him back
Yeah.
with Malachi, and they get to tag team.
Ooh.
Like, you give me all of that. Give me all the tattooed, bearded white men together who kind of have an emo grunge aesthetic. Give me all of them. Give me all
Yeah.
of them together. Make them the House of Black. I want like
Yep.
4 or 5 dudes in the House of Black just like wrecking shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
I'd
what
love it.
else going down in it went down in SmackDown, bro?
The only other thing that I put down that was worth a note to me was Charlotte Flair kicking off the show, which, oh boy, given the week that she's had, which is a whole other news story that we didn't really get into, but just like all the drama that's been going on with Charlotte Flair online the
Yeah.
past week, seemed like she had a new fire lit under her ass whenever she came out with this promo. Talked about how she doesn't even know how many titles she's won now. Does this swap count? Basically just throwing shots at the idea that the title swap from last week was one of the dumbest fucking things done in professional wrestling. Sorry, sports entertainment. Um,
Sports entertainment.
Sasha Banks comes out, interrupts her as usual. Every single WWE segment goes like this. If you've ever seen WWE, this is exactly how every segment goes. Someone comes out, interrupts someone. Sasha Banks says she deserves to be champion. Uh, Charlotte basically says, "I'm tired. I beat you all the time. I don't understand why you should be a challenger. Let's get a new face out here." And to my surprise, and I was really happy about this, Shotzi comes out, dude. Shotzi
Yeah.
comes out in her tank. Crowd is super behind her. It's looking like there's a fresh matchup finally. Charlotte says, "You brought your tank. You look like you're ready for battle." And the two women have an awesome 15-minute match to start the show,
Mm-hmm.
to start SmackDown. And I was like, you know what? This is a solid way to start your show. This is what WWE needs to stick to. Is you open up the show with a pretty good promo from one of your stars, and then we hop into a hot match or something. You know what I mean? I wish every WWE would every WWE show would start like this, except for the fact that at the end of it, Shotzi turns heel basically against
Yeah.
Sasha, but the crowd isn't behind it at all. And they just cheered Shotzi. And I'm basically looking at this going, this is our next Becky Lynch, where WWE is telling you to feel one way about this character, but the audience doesn't give a shit, and we're gonna
Yeah.
cheer Shotzi no matter what. Out comes
Yeah.
Eva Marie. Oh Lord, Eva Marie's the Royal Rumble winner for next year.
Oh God. Yeah. No. Fuck that. Um. Here's what I was gonna say, man. I really hope they start to put the attention on Shotzi that she deserves, because like I'm really tired of the rotation of the title right
Yeah,
now. And like, obviously we're moving on from Bianca. That sucks.
yeah. On
But
SmackDown at least.
yeah, I hope that we add Shotzi in here now as a new rotation. Like we got that new face when we got like Rhea, and we got fucking
Yep.
Rhea, and we got what's it called? We got Bianca, but now I hope what's it called? That we get it for Shotzi. Also, if I'm correct, I don't think there's ever been an Asian women's champion. Is there?
Mm, Definitely. Well, Asuka.
Yeah, I'm fucking stupid.
I was like, I
Wait,
know
oh,
there's
Oscar.
someone. Yeah, Asuka.
Yeah,
Got
well,
Asuka and Kairi Sane were tag champions together.
yeah.
But
Never
that
mind.
outside of that,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I don't think so. Not in WWE.
It would also just be great to fucking get someone like fucking Gail Kim. Gail Kim was a Divas
Well,
champion, right?
I don't want to.
Kinda.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not counting the divas. I'm not counting the
Yeah, I'm
divas
looking
shit.
at the women's title, like the
Uh,
women's title, because the
yeah,
Divas is a whole other thing.
that's
What's
a
it
whole.
called? Yeah,
That's a whole other
yeah,
conversation. AJ Lee,
yeah.
Divas
Well,
champion, Tessa Blanchard, hugger. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I hope that Shotzi, what's it called? Oh, she won the women's. She won the women's. Oh, okay, yeah. So I hope that things go well for Shotzi because I like Shotzi a
Yeah,
lot.
I love Shotzi, dude. I think
Yeah,
she's great.
yeah.
She's got a great look. She's she's great on the mic.
Great
She's got
charisma.
that energy. Yeah, she's got that charisma about her. You
Hmm.
just like her. You know,
Yeah,
I love Shotzi. You know, I hope this goes far for her. Like if I had to pick, because it's about to be that time, man. It's about to be Royal Rumble time.
yeah.
If I had to pick right now, who I think would be winning that women's Royal Rumble, I've got three people in mind. I've got Liv Morgan, um,
Fuck. I
I've got
hope.
Naomi, and I've got Shotzi, and those are my three.
Yeah. I would hope that would be one of the decisions that are made. But what's it
Yeah,
called? Yeah. Um. So last thing I wanted to bring up about SmackDown was the whole like. So where are we going with this now? Like, it feels like we might just be going into Brock versus the WWE establishment, or what's going down here? Like,
dude, I don't know what that is. I feel like that's all just like they hear the criticisms of everyone being like, "Oh, Brock's just a part timer,"
yeah,
and I think they're trying to keep Brock in a face position against Roman since Roman's supposed to be the top heel. So they're
yeah,
trying to do this whole like Brock has been suspended from SmackDown, so let's just kind of like play
mhm.
up the story big and kayfabe so that way,
I have a
you know,
feeling
whenever
it
we want to
just.
bring Brock back again against
Yeah.
Roman, you know, it'll make sense. And I
I
just think it's stupid.
I feel like that's just a way of saving him in the pocket, so that way they bring him in as a surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. I think Tony Khan said it best, you know, and I'm a Tony Khan dick writer, you know, sue me. Sorry
I mean,
guys.
he has given us like a lot that
This is
we
good shit, man. I'm sorry. Lord
given
forgive
us.
me for liking good wrestling.
Yeah, he's
Um
given me a lot that I'm really happy about.
and putting thought into the wrestling. You know, Tony
Yeah,
Khan said it. He was like, you know, he said it when he was shitting on WWE. He was like, I don't understand the general manager segments. Why does the general manager need to be on the show? They're the one putting the show together. I don't understand why they need to be on the show. And I
yeah,
completely agree with you. I don't get why we even needed this segment with like, you know, it was a good segment, but I don't get why we needed Paul Heyman
yeah,
and Caleb Braxton and Adam Pierce. You put a women's match on. Put a women's
yeah,
match on.
yeah,
I know you're paying this money, but it's an FS1 show, bro.
yeah.
I don't need to see Paul Heyman this week, man.
I
Put a
heard
women's
it's
match on.
great. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's move on to AEW here so we can finish up because I'm for sure definitely gonna be 30 minutes before
Yeah.
what's it called or at least an hour. But
Yeah.
so AEW is what I watch every week. I do get the chance to watch this, of course. Um, I mean, it also just fucking helps that what's it called? Aiden's down to watch it with me, so you know he
Yeah.
holds me accountable. So like Fridays and Saturdays, it's like oh catch up. All right, cool.
And now
Here
we
we go.
got Keon joining that mix too when he'll
Yeah,
watch with us.
it's pretty great. So um, Dynamite. It was our Halloween week episodes. So we had
Yeah.
a bunch of Halloween themed stuff. Which, by the way, for anybody who's like, what's it called? Who's like, you call this like professional wrestling supposed to be good? It's like, so I'm like, let them have fun. God damn it. Yeah, come on. You're telling me you did not like that? Who you gonna call? The
Yeah.
Elite? Like, come on, bro.
And dude, the story on that song. So apparently they were gonna dress up in Squid Games costumes,
Yeah,
but TNT was like, no, you can't do that. You know, for obvious reasons. They're like, you can't do that. You got to put on something else. So they were like, all right, we'll do the Ghostbusters. We've all got the Ghostbusters costumes, and they sent it to
yeah,
that dude who like makes all the AEW themes, and he literally
yeah,
sent like he had such short time. he sent that remix in 2 minutes into the show already being on the air.
which was fucking cool.
And it was a really cool remix. I really like that remix.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that in the main event.
Yeah. But yeah, there are a lot of stuff that went down on this one that I like, but like overall it was a pretty fine Dynamite. What I liked the most was I liked Rampage. I liked
Oh, yeah.
Rampage a lot this week. But
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead, Aiden.
Yeah.
Let's get it going here.
I find it pretty hard every week to try to break down Dynamite because there's so many segments that they get into 2 hours on the show, and it's great. I'll basically say the MJF Darby Allin stuff was really good. I really liked that whole segment where MJF beat that dude in like 10 seconds. Basically told Boston that they suck, said he'd rather put his dick in a blender than have sex with their fat, ugly, disgusting women. Insults at the whole crowd, pranks them by making them think Sting's going to come out. Wardlow, who the whole time is the story for me, walking around, he's unimpressed by everything. I love how they're building up this turn that we're eventually going to get on with Wardlow and MJF. I'm so ready for a babyface Wardlow. I think it'll be awesome. So that was all great. Darby Allin comes out. He's in the Invisible Man costume in the crowd. Just looks at MJF, says full gear. So that was great.
Yeah.
Then we get, which is one of my favorite AEW matches that I've seen now. Hikaru Shida versus Serena Deeb.
Oh yeah. Ooh, wonderful.
Fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
These two
the
women
this week delivered this week.
delivered.
Oh,
These
man.
women are incredible. This shows you, Tony Khan, why, as much as I'm a dick writer, you need to start putting more women on your show. Put more women's matches on these shows, please. Thank you. More women's matches, more women's segments. When you have women as talented as Hikaru Shida and Serena Deeb telling the story that they're telling over multiple matches, there's no excuse for this not to be on TV every week. This stuff is incredible, dude. These women put on a clinic, man. One of my favorite AEW matches I've ever seen.
Yeah. I really like that match too. And like I said, the women this week just fucking delivered on all cylinders. I mean, Dr. Brit Baker, DMD, and Abaddon was fuck, man. That was a great match. Also, just love the meme of I am the table. That table refused to break, bro.
Hell yeah, bro! It did not budge. Not 2 times. Not at all.
No, but it was a fucking great match too, man.
Yeah. We had the Cody segment, which was great because it gave us that Andrade line. Cody basically comes out, cuts a babyface promo, even though the whole crowd's booing him. Says, I've got a wife who's too hot for me. My brother is likely a better wrestler than I am. If I live to be 300 years old, I couldn't leave behind the legacy that my father did. If you want to boo me, you can boo me. But, you thank the man who gives you the check, but don't forget the man who built this bank. Thanks, Arn Anderson. Says that it's a privilege being in the ring with him. Andrade comes out, says, Cody, you make stupid decisions. Like that stupid tattoo. And it's great. Andrade's the most babyface heel in AEW, and I love the fact that the crowd is starting to get behind Andrade. There were so many people at the beginning that were like, why is Andrade even in AEW? It's such a waste. You see what long-term booking is, guys? You see how we don't have to push these guys to the main event scene from the start? Andrade is coming into his own in AEW. I love him. He doesn't even need a manager. Andrade's a great talker, dude. Just let him go out there, say 2 or 3 sentences like this, get the whole crowd behind him. Like, this is all you need. And then you get Pac, who comes out, joins him, Malachi Black. I don't know what we're doing with this feud, but I'm into it. We're going to get Cody and Andrade next week, which will be a banger. So,
fuck, yeah. I feel like the reason why people might want him to have a manager who could talk for him is because, and it probably comes from like a racist spot.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's no way that somebody with an accent can cut great promos, and it's like, no, he just showed you this week.
He just shows you.
Yeah,
he makes stupid decisions like that stupid tattoo, and he gets the whole point of what he's trying to make over Cody done in 2 sentences. Like, Andrade knows what he's doing, man. He's a genius, dude.
Fuck yeah, bro. So I really like that. I want to see where the hell this is going. And of course, like So I don't really know where we're going with the whole Moxley thing. That match was fucking
Yeah,
nuts. Like I'm like, where the fuck are we doing? Where are we going with this? Um, so I think I'm kind of like agreeing with what you've got here, Aiden. I think like him and Kingston are gonna end up going heel. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, I like that. Bobby Fish and CM Punk match was good. I like that.
yeah.
And I what was the other one? Fuck, I'm here looking at my
The main
shit here.
event, I think the
Oh
last thing is the main event, the
yeah,
Elite
no,
versus the Dark Order.
Sammy and Ethan
Oh,
Page.
Sammy and Ethan
Oh
Page.
yeah.
Sorry,
Ooh, is that
which
stuff
was
good,
really good.
bro?
Really good
Ooh
match.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
this is all the TNT title needs to be: solid TV matches that show
Mm-hmm.
off why you're the champion. And I
Yeah,
loved it. And it's building up Ethan Page, who's someone who I think needs to be
yeah.
getting built up because Ethan Page is money.
Hell
He's got
yeah,
the
tightest
tightest tits
tits
in the
in.
game.
That's right, tightest tits in the game. All right, and the Elite versus the Dark Order was the main event, and fucking love that. Um, I love this match because of just how like I every single time that like the Dark Order imitates something from the Elite, like the boom,
Yeah,
it's fucking
Budge.
funny. Yeah, it's too funny, bro. Like I like it, and
Yeah.
this was a really good match. But I just love what Brandon Cutler came out in
Oh yeah.
the little horse, whatever that was, like a little horse, a costume. He gets
Yeah.
they unveil like, oh, it's Brandon Cutler. Who the hell is in the Marshmallow Man? And it ends up being Hangman, and I loved
Yep.
it. I love that, bro.
Because the whole time you're thinking that it's Hangman Adam Page who's in the horse. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because he said he was going to come out in costume with the Dark Order. So the Elite,
yeah,
being the stupid heels that they are, they think that they're so clever. They got the horse in the middle of the ring. They're low
yeah.
blowing him. They start beating the shit out of him, and then they decide to take the hood off, and they realize it's Brandon Cutler, and you just get Matt Jackson standing there in the middle of the ring with the best look on his face as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man just walks right behind them and takes
Yep.
that mask off, and it's Hangman Adam Page who just gives him the biggest lariat, and then you just see Hangman just like running around the ring in the Stay Puft Marshmallow suit, and it's jiggling, and he's getting jumping up and getting excited, and then he
Yeah,
hits a dead eye on Kenny Omega, sends the crowd home happy, dude.
yeah,
This this is professional wrestling, dude.
yeah.
This is all
Now,
it needs to be. It's good guys and it's bad guys and it's
yeah.
silly shit because it's Halloween and it's fun. And that's all it is.
Now, this was good, but Rampage was great.
Ooh,
Also,
Rampage was
excuse my
fun.
back. Excuse my back.
Oh yeah.
Kingston, yeah. Oh
Excuse
my
my
god.
back.
Yeah.
Love
Bro,
it.
they had been building this match and I had been waiting. I was like, oh man, I feel like these men are about to go to fucking war with each other. And boy, did they go to war. Brian and Eddie Kingston opened the show, and it was as great as I thought it was going to be, bro.
Yeah.
Holy hell, that chest was redder than a fucking
Oh
apple,
my
bro.
god. It looks like a murder was happening, dude. These two
Yeah.
men killed each other. The promos the past 2 weeks between Eddie Kingston and Brian Danielson have been top tier. Brian Danielson is on the run of his career, dude. Brian
Oh yeah.
Danielson main evented WrestleMania. He is part of one of the biggest pay-per-views of all time and All Out with the end of that show. He has
Mm-hmm.
one of the greatest matches of the year, my favorite match of the year, against Minoru Suzuki on a buy-in for a pre-show on YouTube for the TV show.
Yeah.
He's got one of the greatest television matches, probably the greatest television match of all time, against Kenny Omega. The dude is in making a run, dude. He's making a run, man. I just no one is doing it the way Brian Danielson is right now.
Nobody.
He's incredible. And Eddie Kingston was awesome in this match too. Just the viciousness that they had against each other,
Oh yeah.
just absolutely wrecked each other in this match, man. I
Yeah.
can't. I'm not going to be able to break it down. I'm not good with breaking down the moves and stuff like
No,
that.
me neither.
Just go watch it, guys.
I know that this was just another reminder why I fucking love wrestling and
Yeah.
why when it comes to this like the storytelling when storytelling meets the athleticism and it's just this fucking good, you
Yeah.
cannot just sit there and tell me that that wasn't just one of the best matches.
And
Also
the
Dante
finish.
Martin, yeah, and
Oh,
just the finish,
yeah.
bro. Like
him just
Holy crap!
Eddie. I don't know if it's because he hates Brian or it's because he knows that he's about to pass out, but he's just locking that clutch and he's just flicking Brian off as he passes out.
Yeah.
And then the best part is the segment after, whenever they go
Oh yeah.
backstage and CM Punk's giving an interview, and then you just hear in the background Eddie Kingston's pissed because he's like, "I didn't say ring the bell. I didn't tell you the match was over."
Mm-hmm.
And he gets pissed off. He thinks CM Punk's making fun of him. And then this is how you keep people relevant too. You've got like Ruby Soho, and you've got all these other guys that are like dark wrestlers who show up on the television screen, and they're trying to get Eddie off of CM Punk. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Dante Martin versus Matt Seidel was good. Oh
Awesome.
yeah. I can't need to see Dante Martin every week on my screen. It's just a blessing in itself.
Is Dante Martin is
We're gonna go with this right now while I need to go do something real quick. But just
yeah, for sure,
talk
for
about the match.
sure. Dante Martin for me right now is the Jeff Hardy, the Rey Mysterio. He's the new generation dude who's super young, super baby faced. Everyone's behind him. He's not really the greatest promo guy in the world, but he's building himself up in great high flying matches. I think that the story that they've been telling with Matt Seidel and Dante Martin is incredible. I love the sportsmanship that they had with each other in this match. I think that Leo Rush totally brings a new dimension to Dante Martin that he needed. I love the management that they have with each other. I love I love the fact that you see Leo on the outside of the ring actually shouting out points and like moves that Dante needs to hit, and then whenever he hits them, you see Leo being like, "That's what I told you. I told you." And I like the fact that it makes Leo look good. That ever since he's come in, Dante's been looking really good in these matches. He's been getting wins. The Malachi Black thing. Of course, he wasn't going to get a win against Malachi Black. Malachi Black is being
Mhm.
built up to be a beast. You know what I mean? So of course Dante's not going to beat him. But
No.
I think Dante's being built up great. If there's a second batch of AEW pillars, I know that we've got Jungle Boy and Darby and MJF and Sammy Guevara. I think that there needs to be a case made for Hobbs. There needs to be a case made for Ricky Starks. There needs to be a case made
Mhm.
for like Dante Martin. I don't know
Mhm.
who else you would put in there as that fourth person, but
Yeah.
AEW. Say whatever you will about them picking up all WWE's guys. AEW shows off on a regular that they've built up their own stars, and matches like this show it.
Yeah. Now the last match, which was one of my favorites too this week, and just once again a reminder why the women are fucking killing it right now, man.
Yep.
Abaddon and Brit Baker. Holy crap! I love the way that because like Brit was like, "Oh, I'm the hardcore legend," and then we finally see that moment where Brit is like legitimately scared now. Like
Yeah.
Brit was legitimately her character was legitimately scared once those tags come out, and it's a reminder like this champ is supposed to be unstoppable, but there's still a little bit of cracks within the foundation that is
Yep.
this champion. And I swear at one point I really thought Abaddon was gonna do it. And I mean, once again, this is how you build up the legitimate threats to
Yep.
Brit's title run. And this was a great match. I loved the item the table. I loved it, and I
See,
love
it's
fuck
good too
man.
because you could do these I am the table bumps where the table doesn't break, but they hit it so viciously where it's just like, damn, it hurt regardless. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And
Both
then
times they hit it with
the curb stomp while the
yep.
chair is in there. Oh
Yeah.
man.
The lock jaw while the thumbtacks or the tacks are in the mouth. The
Yep.
super kick while the tacks are in the mouth. It
Yep.
was all just dope stuff,
Ooh,
dude. I love
fantastic wrestling.
I love the subtle storytelling that they're doing with Jamie Hayter not always helping Britt Baker out
Mm-hmm.
in these situations. It's totally going to it's totally going to happen where Jamie Hayter's going to turn on Britt Baker and Britt Baker's finally going to be a babyface again because eventually Britt Baker's going to be a babyface. I appreciate the fact though that they're letting her be a heel because she's awesome as a heel.
Hell yeah.
Britt Baker does everything phenomenally.
Yeah.
She's one of the most improved wrestlers that I've ever seen. She's incredible. I really like Abaddon too. I understand why she's not on TV as much, given her look. But I think she's a fascinating character. And
Yeah.
I like having her around. I know a lot of people don't like the roll up finish. Um,
Yeah.
I didn't really love it, But considering that we don't see that many roll-up finishes in AEW, I think you can count on maybe one or two hands the amount of roll-up finishes that there have been in the
Yeah.
past year. So I'll give it a
It was
pass.
necessary here
Yeah,
though, because
it
like
keeps
you could.
Abaddon looking strong, and it keeps Brit Baker on top.
Yeah, and I love that moment where she like drops her on the fucking tax, and Abaddon's hand goes down on some tax, and she's like, and it's just like whatever,
Yeah,
get back into it.
yeah,
But
get back into it.
God, I love this match. This match was really, really good, man. And yeah, I want to. I just, God, I love this week's Rampage. Rampage this week was my favorite. And Dynamite was like I said was pretty good too. But this one was just like every match here was stacked, bro. They just delivered and delivered. And yeah, I can't wait to see what comes of that whole segment between Punk and in Kingston, because
Yeah,
like
me too.
I don't know exactly what's going down there, but I feel like there's something that's gonna happen. But
Fingers crossed that we get a CM Punk and Eddie Kingston at Full Gear. It's only 2 more
so
weeks. It's only 2 more weeks, man. So
yep,
we're building up, man. What do we have so far? We've got Darby
the,
Allin versus MJF.
the tag
We
team title
have
match.
the tag team title match, FCR against the Lucha Bros. We've got versus Hangman versus Kenny Omega. We have Ty Conti versus Britt Baker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna get CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, John
Uh,
Moxley versus
John Moxley
John
versus Bryan
Moxley.
Danielson.
John Moxley, Orange Cassidy, versus
Oh yeah,
Daniel Bryanson, which is probably gonna be John Moxley.
yeah. We know it's gonna be John Moxley. Sorry guys. Spoilers. It's gonna be John Moxley.
Yeah.
Whose book, by the way, this week has been like leaking all over the place, and I've read a couple of the excerpts. I got to read this book.
Yeah.
John Moxley just sounds like one of the most genuine, awesome dudes on the planet.
Yeah. The Inner Circle versus Men of the Year and American Top Team, and of course the tag team title match and Darby Allin versus MJF.
Yeah, and I'm sure Sammy Guevara will defend the title against someone. I hope that like he defends the title against Miro. I want Miro to come back and just be like,
I talked to God. He said for me to come and whoop your ass again.
I want Miro to be the juggernaut of the AEW universe. I want him to just be an unstoppable force. He goes in there and he's just going to destroy you and break you apart limb from limb and just leave you as a pile of dust. That's what I want from Miro. What I really want from Miro is that right there.
Oh, I feel like
this
it's
is
gonna
what
happen.
I want from Miro.
And I feel like it's going to happen, bro.
There's a lot of people that think that Miro's going to be the one to put an end to Hangman's run, which I think could happen, but there's a lot of
Miro
people.
Or MJF. Either one of those two.
I think there's so many options, dude. I think Miro,
MJF.
I think CM Punk is even an option. I think Danielson's an option.
Yeah.
I think a second reign from Moxley is even an option, dude.
Nobody, I don't know. No one usually kicks out of the Falcon, schoolboy roll up. Happy Halloween, Andrew. Thank you for coming in, man. We're about to end, but yeah, happy Halloween.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
By the way, badass tattoo, bro. You see, I saw it now. Badass tattoo. Badass.
There you go.
But it's been a lot of fun. I will literally see you in an hour on the Nerdcore live show.
Go get some dinner and come right back.
Yeah, we're gonna go get some dinner, which means I'm gonna finish my fries because I'm
gonna go get like a brownie or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I got a sweet
and then
tooth.
We're gonna go ahead and do this Halloween live show. We're just gonna hang out and then we're gonna talk about Halloween kills at the end. So I'll see you then. But Aiden, as always, what's it called? It's been a fun time with all of us. Make sure you guys catch us next week as we talk more stuff and we get closer to the road to Full Gear that there will be no watch along for because I'm not gonna be here.
I thought you said there will be a watch along for it.
Bro, it's on fucking Saturday, bro. I forgot. It's on fucking Saturday. Yeah. I'm still in Houston on Saturday.
Sorry, guys.
Yep.
Be like that.
Yeah. I hate it, man. I really do. Because
we gotta figure out something to do for the watch alongs too, because I wanna bring this in. I know it's backwards, but I want to bring this in one day. We need a high flyer world championship, bro. We need a high flyer world championship the way Steven Larson do it, where you and I every week You know,
I would
everyone
need
else
to.
can do the betting too, and we'll do like a
Yeah.
separate surprise for them. But
It would just be great if like it would be like the predictions at the end is whoever wins is the one who gets crowned champion. So
yeah,
like let's
we need
vote.
like a real belt that like you and I
Yeah.
can hand off back and forth between each
Yeah.
other
You
and
know.
actually defend. That'd be awesome,
Yeah.
dude. Well,
But those are
2022,
those.
man,
Yeah.
2022.
Yeah, I would need to look at somebody who can make us a belt, and also I want it to be a good looking belt, and
Yeah.
also, but also I have a fear that with the colors we have for the show, I feel like it would end up looking like the Global Force Wrestling belt, bro. So I
Oh,
don't. I'd rather
it
not
might
have
look
it
like
be
the
a
24/7 title.
yeah.
Oh
But
no.
it's been a lot of fun, y'all, and we'll go ahead and see y'all next week. Of course, you'll be seeing me in a little bit of a couple of minutes, and in an hour, and also in an hour. But from us here, we hope y'all have a safe Halloween or safe time whenever you're watching this. And as always, it's been fun, and this has been High Flyer Radio. Don't tap out.
Tune in. We're still live, man.